Howdy. Hello everybody. So again back, and I want just to say that I want to speak about this spiritual paradise, okay? About the spiritual paradise that is in Jehovah's Witness organization. We talk about spiritual paradise, and of course when you hear Jehovah's Witness speaking about a spiritual paradise, they say their own literature is a spiritual paradise, this is the spiritual food, and they live really in a spiritual paradise. Now the spiritual paradise, when you ask all members, they leave this organization, and I'm sure that all 97% from this organization, you will see this their spiritual situation, the spiritual condition. What you see that 97% from this organization are all antidepressive, drugs, and I remember a brother, so I said this, I speak about already, when a brother from Scandinavia coming and say to me, in my congregation, everybody take it, and take the drugs to the kingdom hall, to their hall, they take the drugs to their hall, meeting hall, and they show to one another, oh, I think this is better because at that time and this time I have this reaction and this reaction. Imagine the spiritual power they have. Imagine the quantity of Holy Spirit they are connected. Okay, so this is very important in a Christian life, that you are connected to the Spirit of God, to Holy Spirit. And for that, when you hear that these governors from Jehovah's Witnesses say spiritual paradise, and the governors are themselves in pharmaceutical dependence. When you see all governors that they are all on the drugs, and how they speak, this is tremendous to see that no one person is normal in the head. Okay, I don't see one person that is healthy. This natural affection, have natural affection. So this is tremendous. And after they tell you we are a spiritual paradise, how can be that? It's not possible. It's impossible. After, when I was long time enough with them, I was long time, 28 years. You imagine 28 years I observed these people. And when you see that, what happens in this organization, you will realize that nothing is godly, nothing is something special. The literature is nothing. When you go to a doctor will say to you, you must do something to forget your sickness, your depression. You must forget your anxiety and your depression. So a doctor will to you explain that it's very good to painting, to make pottery, to make something that you are busy, and you forget that you are sick. Okay, and at time was normal. The Jehovah's Witnesses was a good job because they was busy. Only the problem was because they studied their garbage literature, and they created catastrophical images in their head, and they was worse and worse and worse. So they was not more able to come to a normality. So they was more sick and more sick and more sick. And for this are suicides, yeah? This is the suicide what they create, because the images what you create in your head, they will remain in the night when you sleep. You will have nightmares, and again they will come back to you. These images will defile before your eyes, and you will be sick more and more and more. If you are in depression, so then you will never be healed. So no healing for you in Watchtower organization. Now, Jesus say, you will see this organization on the fruit, okay? This God that dominate this organization, you will see on the fruitage, okay? What happens? They use this name to saying, oh, this is the true God. And they use this name Jehovah, the spirit of ruin and disaster. And this is truly the spirit what dominate this organization, because they say if you, Jehovah is a strong tower, and all those who run in this tower will be protected. And if you are honest, and honest Jehovah's Witnesses realize that this tower, Jehovah, accept only pedophiles, only criminals, only assassins, because Jehovah doesn't want victims. They are useless. A child who was raped, a child who was violated, a woman who was violated, who was raped, these persons will have every time problems in their lives because they are not more usable, okay? So Jehovah doesn't want such persons, because like proxenetes, you know, when a prostitute is not more useless, is useless, so we'll reject it, kick out, and that's it. They give a kick, and that was. So also these governors, they act like proxenetes, because they say we don't need a raped child, a violated child, a violated woman or sister, or a young boy who was violated, raped. Don't need more. So for us it's much more useful a pedophile who can as report some hours, yeah, and distribute some schizophrenic literature or tracts, okay? This is more useful statistically, okay? And maybe can bring some other person instead of these victims. They will bring more members in the organization. So they reject a victim, but this raper, this criminal, this assassin, this murderer can bring other person in the truth, and that's it, the spiritual paradise what they speak about. Just I ask you, wake up, realize that, watch again, analyze what happens in this organization, and you will realize that is nothing godly, is the contrary, is demonic, satanic. So I just ask you, wake up, please, and watch, test your faith, and be on God, because they are false prophets, false teachers, demons, and Satans. Thank you for watching. Amen.